Although football gets the most attention, OSU has many other fall sports, which have been affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Find out what's going on with the rest of the university's leagues now with John Pearson.
News dropped on August 11th, 2020 that all Buckeye fall sports were postponed due to the pandemic. And then a roller coaster of news began swirling to see whether this decision would remain final or not. I talked with Ohio State field hockey head coach Jared Martin to see what this wild month has been like and what the future can be expected for his team.
Take me back to when you got the news that the fall season was canceled, and how did you tell the players and everything?
Yeah, so our AD Gene Smith, so he got a Zoom call with the fall sports, just to talk about what's been discussed, things that we can prepare for, and then obviously knowing that there was going to be some announcements coming from the Big Ten office. That being said, we set up a team Zoom with us and our staff as quick as we could, just to give them an update. I would love to say that it was totally by surprise, but I mean, again, I think this is something that had already been a talking point. Nothing's changed from our calendar, at least. I think we're a little different than the football. With they're obviously gearing up for the college football conference tournaments, Big Ten, college football playoffs. All of our NCAA championships for the Olympic sports all got moved to the spring. So for us, I actually think it's nothing's changed from our calendar, but I think we'll actually try to keep the spring to align with the NCAA, just to make sure that we're preparing for the best success in that tournament as well.
So it is going to be spring for the schedule.
Yeah, as of now, I mean, again, I think the phrase that people say is it's a fluid situation.
Other fall sports such as cross country, volleyball, and soccer will remain postponed until the spring season. This gives them the best opportunity to be prepared for their upcoming season. For Buckeye TV News, I'm John Pearson.
Next up, clubs and social organizations have always been a vital part of the student life on campus. But clearly, some clubs have had to make many adjustments due to COVID-19. Jordell has the story.
So how have your practice/rehearsal days been affected?
So the main difference this year with our practices is that we can't really get space on campus to practice. So normally we practice at the RPAC or the North Rec, sometimes the Union, but no places at the university are renting out space to student orgs. So that's been super tough because we haven't been able to actually meet in person as a official team practices yet. So that's been super hard because obviously a dance team is really tough to do over Zoom, and there's not much that you can do. So we're hoping that the ban against student orgs meeting in person will be lifted soon, and then we'll be able to have some of our first practices.
All right. So like with events and stuff being canceled, like what are your plans to stay productive throughout the semester, like performances and stuff?
Yeah, so this year we have a lot of plans for if we have to continue with how everything's going and there's not going to be many actual performances. So our plans right now are pretty much to utilize social media a lot more. So we'd like to start recording videos with the team, and we probably will have to split up our practices into smaller groups. But hopefully we can still learn dances and then record them, post them on social media just to keep ourselves active, and then possibly do some outdoor performances if any of those would come up.
I'm Jordell Matthews with Buckeye TV.
Very interesting. Now, the pandemic may also affect students in other ways. Many students are wondering where they can go to get mental health support in these difficult times. Find out now as Aubrey Wright sheds light on free support at OSU.
Many college students struggle with their mental health, and the pandemic can make it even worse. I spoke with Harry Warner about how the counseling and consultation services can help.
I would say is to look at any number of the wellness and mental health resources that we have and find the thing that fits for you.
Located in the Yonkin Success Center, the CCS process is simple.
First, a student registers for a short phone screening, and then a clinician will help them get the best resources and services for their needs.
There's a wide range of needs for students at Ohio State, so we have a wide array of resources to support students.
The CCS website, ccs.osu.edu, lists all of the available resources, ranked by the strength of a student's concerns. The website also has information about psychiatry, group therapy, and many other mental health programs.
I will attest that it is very hard to recognize that you need help.
I also spoke with Madison Shackelford, a second-year psychology student who sought out the CCS when her mental health declined.
It was great, being able to talk and feel validated about things.
And her message for students who are hesitant to seek help?
It's important. Please do it. Please don't be like me and wait 10 years.
The CCS is available for any student who needs help with their mental health. This has been Aubrey Wright for Buckeye TV News.
Thanks, Aubrey. So after the break, we've got a very informative story for any freshmen out there struggling to make friends during the pandemic. Next up, we're going to be discussing how freshmen are making virtual friends at OSU without even leaving their dorms. So stay tuned.